Hey, on this episode of Reid on the Road, we're still down in Florida. I visited two of Rick Martin's schools. One he built with his own hands. Amazing, amazing school. Not only a school, but it's his home included. Rick is a very interesting man, been in martial arts for 40 plus years. I consider him a great friend, a real traditional martial artist, but he's also super, super successful. Listen to what he has to say and you're gonna love the tour of these schools. Here we are at Rick Martin's second school. Got it once again, a nice fleet of vans, all marked up. Beautiful, beautiful school. Wait till you get a load of this one. Come back around. And there it is. There's Rick out front. There's his school. And we're with Rick Martin at his second location. And I'm still learning how to run this. There we go. Hello, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Reid.
And then you opened this location when?
Well, we opened up in this town originally in 2006, and then we bought this property in 2012. Moved in here.
Nice. All right, we'll see what we got.
Okay. All right, come on in. Don't get bit by the dragon.
Wouldn't think of it. But look at that. Whole dragon out in front. Very cool. And into the lobby. So the thing that I find really cool about this location, look at this arch that he's got here. It opens up into the whole school. Two beautiful floors here in the front. All right, lead on, sir.
Okay, go on in. So wood floor, matte floors. We actually can divide this in half. If you look up on the ceiling, that rolls down. So if we need to separate into two classrooms, we can, or we can make it just one.
Okay, yeah, you can see it up there. There's a little, what do you call it?
It's a divider.
Curtain divider type thing.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
This is Hope.
hello.
She's got the greatest face mask of all time.
You're all set.
Yeah, so front desk area and sitting area, offices.
Right.
Hey, Sid.
You competed quite a bit in Okinawa. You were one of the first Americans over there to compete,
Yes,
and you were the first one to win it, if I remember right.
that's right.
And what year was that?
That was a long time ago. So I started competing in 1981, and then 13 years later, I finally won.
Ah, there you go. Well, persistence pays off. That's what we say in martial arts.
Persistence or luck, I'm not sure which.
Well,
I think I just got tired of seeing me.
there you go.
So this is a multi-purpose room.
Oop, let me try to touch this thing. Yep, go
We'll
ahead.
use this for training. We'll set it up with tables and chairs in the after-school program, then break it down. We have birthday parties in here, so we kind of use it for a lot of different purposes.
Nice.
Yeah. So we walk back through here, and then this says, if you want to look outside, we've got a nice big area out here.
And this is for your after-school
Yeah,
program, so
and-
they can get outside. Oh,
And summer
right.
camp.
And summer camp, right. Right. Boy, how handy is that to have this for your kids?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. Go back in.
We'll walk back through this doorway.
And now, Rick, the other school we looked at, how many square feet is that?
That's about 7,000 square feet.
Okay, and then how big is this one?
10,000.
This is 30% bigger.
Yeah. This is our gym.
Oop. Let me get it rolling here. Wow, this is just tremendous. Run it across
So,
here. Yeah.
you know, we'll use this for indoor games and activities. On Fridays, we do a special thing with the kids where we're doing assemblies. And if you look on the floor, there's 150 dots on those floors. And that's how we space them out under normal conditions.
Right.
But we're not doing any of that right now. But yeah, it's a great area for us.
150 dots is a lot of kids.
Yeah. Well, on beginning of March, there was 145 in here.
Wow.
And now we're about half. We're at like
Right.
75.
Right.
So. But we're crawling back.
Yep. And you had a bounce house you put in here. And
Yeah, that's right there.
Yeah. You got a whole.
Right there. And those are the blowers that blow it up. And then up on the ceiling, we've got lighting. So we'll use these blackout blinds to make it dark in here. And then if you look up, we've got lasers and strobe lights and all kinds of different kind of club lighting in here. So it's a lot of fun for the kids.
Yeah, I don't know.
Brings them a lot of energy.
Yeah. Oh, there it is right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's one. This is a laser
Yeah,
right here.
Nice.
Strobe lights right there.
Cool.
All right. Then out back,
Wait, there's more.
I think these are locked actually. I have to get a key. But we have 3 classrooms, 1, 2, and 3. And the inside is desks and chairs, laptop computers, all on Wi-Fi, so the kids can access their academic websites that are being recommended by the schools. And that's where they do their homework and quiet games and activities.
Wow. That is it. And how many kids can each one of these hold?
Under normal conditions, you can handle easily 30.
30 per unit. So you can put 90 kids back out here. You got 150 dots. Holy cow.
Right.
Holy cow. That is really impressive, Mr. Martin. Really impressive. Very good. Well,
We'll walk straight out here, and this will take us right back to the lobby.
yeah, we're right back up through here with the rest of the team in.
Got it.
Let's see if I can get another shot of that. I just love that archway. That is beautiful. And one of your students is a stonemason.
It's always great when you have a black belt that's been with you for about 15 years that's great with stone.
Nice. Nice. What a school. Now, Rick, you're a very traditional school.
Yes.
You're what martial arts system are you in?
Wei-Chi-Ru.
Wei-Chi-Ru. And you've been over to Okinawa several times. You took your whole team over there. How many did you take last year?
We took 38 people
38
to Okinawa.
people all the way to Okinawa.
Yeah.
And we'll talk more about it.
Okay.
I think what we're going to do is go find a place where, since we're in Tampa and they have beaches, I think we'll go find a place to have a better interview than in a martial arts school.
I think that's a good idea.
Stay tuned, folks. So you, in the home, which is attached to the school, you raised 3 daughters. What was that like, living in a martial arts school and raising
3 daughters or living in a martial arts school?
I don't know which
or both.
One. Both. I think it's both is the answer. I mean,
well, to me,
initially from a person outside, oh, he didn't have a traditional home for the kids. They're living on the back of a damn karate school. I mean, I can see all the stuff that the haters do when they have too much time on their hands and they're jealous.
That's right, and you get to protect your kids from all the crap in the outside world, and kind of have them insulated that way. The other thing that was really great for me, because anybody that owns a martial arts school, especially back then, we did everything. You know, we taught the classes, we cleaned the dojo, we did it all. We just weren't skilled in management and the business of martial arts had not even evolved yet. So for me, it was good because I was here all the time, and then I had a lot of FaceTime with my kids. It's not like I was gone from 10 in the morning until 9 o'clock at night.
Right.
I could pop in and out, and I would teach classes with each one of them as infants on my shoulder. So
Oh, wow.
I would be counting in Japanese, and I'd have this little kid on my shoulder, and that's kind of how they grew up.
So 3 daughters, what was it like when the day came for them to start dating and the boys had to come to authentic martial arts school to knock on the door to take your
I think there was some dating going on I didn't know about.
Well, I think that that is one of the things that goes on. Cool. All right. Well, I thank you for your time and your interest or your explanation on how you did this thing. We find it fascinating, and I think the viewers, they're going to get a pretty good tour of this thing, and they'll see what it's like.
Awesome. All right.
3, 2, 1, part 2. All right, here we are with Master Rick Martin in Clearwater, Florida. Part 2 of our journey, of our interview. We talked in the first interview about the trials and tribulations and how he built this beautiful school. He has 2 schools, but this one he hand built himself. The other one he only remodeled. So, but today, what I want to talk with him about is he's a very, very traditional martial artist, and he's very successful at that. And there is some concern out there that traditional martial arts are not viable as a business model. So, Rick, thank you for sitting down or continuing on this sit down. So, your martial arts system was or is?
It's a style from Okinawa, Japan called Weichiru.
Weichiru. And you are very committed to that style from the top to the bottom. You travel to Okinawa. How many times you've been there?
About 20.
20. The school you've designed has a traditional martial arts feel. So most people, most school owners have either come from, let's call it the new way, or they were with the old way and then they changed. You have. Can you talk a little bit about that? Why you are staying the way you're doing things?
Well, I feel very privileged to have the opportunity to be connected directly to Okinawa, Japan, which is the birthplace of every karate system.
Mm-hmm.
So that was always something of great importance to me. Along with that comes the responsibility to maintain that style in its pure form, mm-hmm. and not let it get diluted generation by generation. So as far as the culture and all of that, I really believe that whatever you teach, whether it's traditional karate or any other thing, if you're passionate about it, you're authentic, you contribute, and you do a lot of good things for people, and you do your best to change people's lives in a positive direction, I think anybody can teach and be successful.
Right. Well, we talked about it. Most people really don't even know so much the difference between their traditional styles and the other styles. They don't travel a lot, so what they get is what they see, and what they get is what they got. I taught the other night at your other location and watched your black belt class, and it is a very traditional martial arts class. But people seem to love it. They love their tradition. That's one of the things that really struck me is I think they enjoy their tradition. They love the culture that's come from that tradition, and being a part of it is kind of neat, type of thing, to be connected to something halfway around the world.
Yeah, I think everybody wants to be part of something bigger,
mm-hmm.
And to be able to take a group of 40 people to Okinawa, Japan, and let them experience it for the first time, which I've done for many, many years. It was really, really great. And it just, brings a lot of credibility to what you're doing. And the other thing that brings credibility for anybody is a test of time. That's the biggest test. So, we've had a school now, this is our 40th year. So we've been through a lot of tests. We're in a test right now.
Well, and I don't know if we mentioned it or not, but this whole place burned down in what year was that?
2009.
2009.
August 16th.
August, kind of date sticks with you.
Yeah.
So you, in actuality, built this place twice.
That's correct.
Yeah, and hopefully you don't have to do it a third time. So your business model you have your martial arts program. Then you run a very successful after-school summer camp program.
Right.
And would you say that that's kind of allowed you some freedom in how you run your martial arts part of it?
Yeah, I think that's a great description. I think the after-school program and the void that we fill for working parents is really, really important. And we're not completely dependent on our evening classes for everything. And the other big difference between after school and summer camp, that tends to be a need for families, whereas studying martial arts is a want. And I know you've got some guys, and there's some guys that are running really successful martial arts schools and don't really have much of after school and summer camp. I think that's great, but I think that's going to vary too from area to area and community to community.
Yeah, we have some rural schools, urban schools, that sort of thing. And the other interesting point here is you're on a street in Missouri, and I drive up and down this, and every time I look over my shoulder, there's a martial arts school.
Yeah, there's plenty of them.
Yeah.
Florida's just packed.
I mean, it's amazing number of them. I think, what'd you say, you had 3 within 2 miles?
Yeah.
Are they all doing summer camp and after school also?
Yes.
So there's 4 of you in a 2-mile area. Just this 2-mile area, not everything else.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah. We were the first ones in the county to start an after-school program. That was in 2003.
Right.
And of course, anything that's successful gets knocked off, and it's evolved since then.
And you've got a wonderful relationship with how many schools, elementary schools?
About 15 different elementary schools.
And you're in those, and you're speaking, and you're giving awards, and they're allowing you to put your information out, and they're very supportive of your program, and that's a hard thing to compete against.
Yeah, I mean, as far as information goes, the schools, I think there's a little bit of a misunderstanding about that. They're not, if you do some good work for the schools, they're not going to just give you an exclusive.
Right.
They can't really do that. But what they can do is they can verbally recommend you because you have a relationship with them. And they're more comfortable making recommendations like the rest of us if they know the person firsthand. If people are just dropping off flyers at their school, that's one thing. But if you're investing time and energy and you're on the same mission to help with the development of kids, they see that.
And you were giving out some awards to the kids or something?
Yeah, in Florida, in Pinellas County, there's a Commitment to Character program, and we sponsor that program, in all of these schools. So we give them different types of awards and, invite them to come and try martial arts, and some of them do.
Right. Well, very, very good. And you're to be obviously commended on what you've accomplished over the last 40 years. I mean, it's kind of unique in the United States anyway, from what you've been able to do. What's the future look like? We both kind of talked. We're on the other side of the 18-hole golf game. And what do you think the next few years hold for you?
I don't think I'll be building another martial arts school from scratch for 9 months. I can tell you that. I think it's all about developing new leadership and sharing what we've done with the next generation. As far as my involvement, I see what I'm doing right now to be very sustainable. From a business standpoint, I can see all kinds of areas that we could go above and beyond, like Buzz Lightyear.
Sure.
But unless I have somebody that's just completely driven to do that wants to take that on, I don't really see me doing it. I'm very happy with the way things are going. Love all my black belts and students. I've got it in a situation that we have such great leadership that I can be as involved as I want to, but I'm not just a slave to working, from morning till night. And, I think everybody has to go through that to kind of define where they want to be.
Well, that's what 40 years of hard work would
Yeah, that's for sure.
I think one of the problems is everybody wants to do it in 12 months, and it just doesn't work that way.
Well, I wanted to do it for 12 months, 40 times.
Yeah, right. Good point. Yeah, good point. All right, sir. Well, once again, I want to thank you for having us in and taking the time for the tours and the interviews, and I hope everybody enjoys this episode of Reid on the Road.
Awesome.